Imagine a life where every moment is a balancing act, where the call of duty and the love of family constantly pull you in opposite directions. For those who serve, this isn't just a story, it's a reality. Few truly understand the immense sacrifices that comes with protecting something greater than yourself. It's not just about courage on the battlefield, it's about enduring the emotional and mental challenges that follows, and holding on to the hope that all the sacrifices was worth it. In today's video, we're diving into SEALTeam, a series that offers a powerful and deeply respectful look at the lives of the service members. Through the lens of Bravo Team, it explores the unbreakable bond of brotherhood, the emotional weight of duty, and the resilience needed to navigate personal sacrifices. Unlike other military dramas, SEALTeam doesn't just depict action-packed missions. It shines a light on the unspoken struggles of balancing service, family, and mental well-being. The series stands as a tribute to those who serve and a poignant reminder of the strength required to answer the call. If you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button and check out my other videos after this one. And now, without further ado, let's explore SEALTeam. Chapter 1: Family versus Duty. In any profession, balancing personal and professional life is a challenge. For those serving their country, however, this balance becomes one of immense difficulty and sacrifice. SEALTeam delves deeply into the challenges faced by all SEALs, not just Bravo Team. It explores the psychological toll of maintaining a familial relationship while pursuing that calling that drew them to become SEALs in the first place. Almost everyone on Bravo Team has a relationship with their loved ones, and some even have children. The need to strike a balance between being present for family and fulfilling their duties is a constant struggle. The series still highlights, however, how modern secure communication have made it just a little easier to stay connected with their loved ones. Still, the harsh reality remains. You're missing critical moments with your loved ones, you're not there in person, and there are moments when duty must come first before family. For Jason Hayes, this balancing act is the central focus of the narrative. Over the course of the series, he faces immense challenges, from his initial attempt to reconcile with his wife in the first season, to coping with the aftermath of his wife's passing, left to raise two teenagers. Jason must navigate the complexities of fatherhood alongside the demands of his career. Although he initially considered stepping down as the leader of Bravo Team, the trust and the support he builds with his children helps him to cope with the dual responsibilities. Yet once again, the same reality still remains. Any mission could separate him from his children at any moment. The mental toll of deciding whether to sit out a mission and let another one of his brothers take his place, or to serve, weighs heavily on him. Each mission takes its toll, not only the physical kind that we see, but also the emotional kind. Every operation brings the unknown, especially regarding its length. Additionally, the 3-month deployment during rotation serves as a stark reminder of the time spent away from his children. Jason grapples with the milestones and moments he misses, as well as the haunting worry about emergencies, such as one of his children ending up in an accident and in the hospital. Jason must also contend with the knowledge that any mission or deployment might be his last, a sentiment he has to share with his kids. Ultimately, the question SEALTeam poses is one that many in service face. Does the mission come first, or does your family? It's a decision marked by sacrifice, duty, and love, and it remains at the heart of their journey. Chapter 2: Mental Health in the Military. Mental health has always been an unspoken topic in life, and even more so in the military. The idea of invisible struggle haunting soldiers, both in the field and from the pressures of command, is rarely acknowledged. SEALTeam makes a commendable effort to start a conversation about mental trauma among veterans, showcasing Bravo Team as they face and tackle these issues head-on, often regardless of the consequences. From the perspective of those in action portrayed in the series, mental health is often treated as a private matter, something to deal with in one's own time. Meanwhile, from the perspective of command, the concept of mental health does not seem to exist at all. There is a glaring lack of empathy towards soldiers, who are often cast aside rather than supported for their service. Instead of addressing the root cause of these struggles, soldiers are discarded and replaced with a new generation in the hope that they'll somehow be more prepared for the horrors of war. Bravo Team's mission often highlights these issues. After enduring countless challenges, the team members reveal their own struggles with mental health. For instance, Ray battles PTSD, stemming from his traumatic experience as a hostage and the difficulty he faced in seeking help. Jason, on the other hand, struggles with the efforts of traumatic brain injury, or TBI. Both of these men kept their issues hidden because in their world, revealing such vulnerabilities often leads to dismissal rather than treatment. The greatest accomplishments of Bravo Team isn't just the missions they've completed or the targets they've taken down. It's their ability to bring attention to the importance of mental health and to advocate for change. By sharing their struggles, they pave way for future generations of soldiers to receive the understanding and support they deserve. Chapter 3: Trauma of War. War is not a game. Although the concept of war has gained traction within the video gaming community, war is as real as it gets. The trauma that stems from such experiences can leave scars that takes a lifetime to heal. In SEALTeam, the reality of how deeply war can affect individuals becomes a key theme throughout the series. After spending countless years serving, the toll of war ultimately comes to collect. Trauma manifests in many ways. Some are physical, such as injuries that takes a long time to heal. Ignoring these injuries doesn't mean they disappear. Severe wounds from operations can render a soldier unable to serve years after their injury. Other traumas are more insidious, affecting the brain itself. The harshness of enduring constant explosions in dangerous situations leaves the brain vulnerable to lasting damage. Even more destructive are the psychological wounds that lies deep within the mind. These are often hard to detect, as soldiers may believe it's better to bury their pain rather than confronting the emotional trauma caused by their experiences. The weight of these underlying conditions can take a tremendous toll over time. The countless sacrifices that Bravo Team has made, both as a unit and as individuals, highlights the magnitude of these burdens. The trauma of being a soldier is one that no one person should have to bear alone. The idealized notion of the perfect soldier, someone who can be physically harmed but remain mentally unshaken, is a propaganda tool. Government perpetuate this belief and often buys into it themselves. Unlike players controlling soldiers in video games, SEALs are humans. They cannot respawn at checkpoints or in the next round. They are regular people who felt the calling to serve, protect their country, and safeguard those they care about. Their sacrifice and struggle reminds us of the heavy price of war. Chapter 4: Politics or Action. When it comes to the military's actions, multiple factors determine the setup and the execution of an operation. Politicians often wield significant influence over decisions that impacts globally. Meanwhile, those working in command also hold considerable authority. However, those on the ground serving to protect their country often find themselves caught in the middle. This dynamic inevitably leads to clashes. SEALTeam portrays a compelling representation of this imbalance in authority and the consequences that arises from it. Through the lens of Bravo Team's countless missions, we observe a recurring theme: the pervasive interference of those with political power. These individuals frequently undermine the efforts and sacrifices of soldiers in the field, further exposing the dangers of such imbalance. This theme becomes central to the series. Bravo Team's sacrifice, though monumental, are overshadowed by a harsh reality. Politicians in command often reduces them to mere pawns. They are maneuvers to serve an agenda of those in power, regardless of the moral implications. When someone steps outside the established line, they're punished without consideration for the ripple effects that their action might cause. The series vividly illustrates the lack of care provided to SEALs, whether it's ensuring support during difficult times or addressing their physical and mental health needs, both for those actively serving and those who are retired. Politics consistently take procedure of the well-beings of those in action. Rather than focusing on supporting and protecting these brave SEALs, the series delivers a deeper, more poignant message. It highlights the ongoing struggle between those with the power to enact meaningful change and their persistent failure to do so. As viewers, while we grow to appreciate the immense sacrifices made by the men and women in uniform, the series drives home a clear and urgent takeaway: we must do better by them. Chapter 5: Worldwide Scope. When it comes to a series like SEALTeam, where audiences expect the SEALs to be traveling across the globe and carrying out missions, there is always a production challenge. How will the show meet the expectations of viewers, whether they're in the military or casual fans? And how will it maintain authenticity in its locations to tell a meaningful story? In every sense, the series delivers. The production team created incredible set designs to craft believable settings, especially for scenes set in the Middle East. When necessary, the series even filmed on locations in countries like Serbia and Colombia to enhance immersion and authenticity. This commitment to realism enrich the already powerful narrative by giving the actors a deeper connection to the script. These realistic settings not only heighten the on-screen experience, but also allowed the cast to fully embody their characters. As a result, the audience was treated to a truly immersive viewing experience. For any series, achieving this trifecta of storytelling, acting, and set production is crucial to keeping the viewers engaged. After all, how can the audience believe in the narrative if the set doesn't feel authentic? In SEALTeam's case, the grandeur and detail of the production design becomes a defining characteristic. The enemies Bravo team faces vary widely, from small groups of mercenaries causing chaos in remote regions to large-scale armies that require intense combat sequences. Whether it's a rescue mission involving crew hijacked by pirates in Southeast Asia or highly crafted combat scenes in Afghanistan, Nigeria, and Serbia, the production team consistently conveys the right atmosphere of tension. The set were just as accurate and impactful as the story itself, and the series delivered on this front far more than it is often received credit for. Chapter 6: The Ending. Bravo team over the time as SEALs has made their share of mistakes, some larger than others. These missteps have served as necessary reminder to push forward and focus on the future. However, instead of always looking ahead, many members have spent recent years reflecting on their lives and the errors they've made. The phrase, "war has the last word," has haunted Jason through the final season. Despite this, he finally finds the balance between his personal and professional life. With his 2 grown kids and Mandy by his side, Jason begins to create a life he had always longed for, with those he loved, all while continuing to serve as Master Chief for Bravo Team. However, this personal growth comes amidst a significant shift within the team. As major changes unfolds, Ray and Sonny, Bravo 2 and 3, decides to leave in pursuit of their own happiness, stepping away from the team. Meanwhile, new characters introduced later on the series takes their place, ushering in a new chapter for Bravo Team. The series finale highlights just how much has changed for the lives of Bravo Team. Each member finds closure with their past and begins to move forward. Jason, however, remains in a unique position. While his external role hasn't changed, he began the series as Bravo 1 and ended in the same position. His internal transformation is profound. As this chapter of Bravo Team comes to a close, the series leaves the viewers reflecting on the immense sacrifices made by its member, both individually and as a squad. The recurring themes of the needs of the many outweighs the few becomes evident, but now with the change in the air, it's time for some to find peace on their own terms. For Jason and the new Bravo team, the never-ending mission of war continues, carried forward with renewed purpose. Ultimately, SEALTeam reminds us that while the mission never truly ends, the strength to carry on comes from embracing change, finding closure, and forging a path forward both on the battlefield and in life. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you soon in the next review episode.